Good evening to all and welcome to STV News, your one-stop shop for all the latest in local, regional and international entertainment news. And it is all brought to you courtesy the kind folks at B-Mobile Imagine Next. The 2014 staging of Crop Over in Barbados was held last week, and STV News was invited to cover a certain portion of the action courtesy the band Fantasy Barbados. Now, in lieu of this exclusive coverage, STV News started the weekend off by attending Fantasy Barbados' welcome event, which featured Hollywood star Columbus Short, who has starred in such films as You Got Served, Stomp the Yard, and television shows like Judging Amy, and more recently, the smash hit series Scandal. The STV News team was with the celeb from the moment he arrived at the Grantley Adams Airport, where he was greeted by an old-school sightseeing bus, and we hung with him at the Fantasy Barbados welcome party, where he spoke about being in the country for the first time for the Crop Over event.
We're gonna kill it. We're killing it. But I really humbly want to say, in all seriousness, I don't want to, talk all night, but real talk, I appreciate you guys for allowing me to come to this island this weekend. I appreciate you opening it up and thinking of me. There's a million of people that do what I do. There's a million artists, a million actors, there's a million names to bring to make Barbados Carnival, a fantasy at Crop Over feel like. But here's the thing. It's a million names, but there's only a few people that'll come out here and really put into the island. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've driven around this place for 2 days, and there's so many ways I feel like the island can be helped. And with the Minister of Culture, I think that we can really do some things for the island to really provide ways that Rihanna shouldn't be the only artist that come out of Barbados. So we should start a camp, or we should open up an arts center, a cultural center to teach these young people how to write music, how to produce music, how to do the things that I know how to do. I was afforded an amazing arts education in America, an amazing arts education. That's why I can do what I do, but I think that it's needed here.
Now, while at the event, we chatted with one half of the team behind Fantasy Barbados, Amanda Reefer, who told us that Fantasy Barbados is in no way related to the Fantasy Carnival here in Trinidad. She made mention of their plans for the future and why they decided to host a media team from outside their country to be a part of their Fantasy Barbados experience.
No, we're not affiliated, but it's so ironic that in 2011, when Fantasy Trinidad launched, Fantasy Barbados was launched the same year in Barbados. So it's just coincidence that we chose the same name, Fantasy Trinidad, Fantasy Barbados. But I did my research, and they seem they'll be doing very well, and it's a very big band in Trinidad, and so it doesn't hurt to have somewhat of an affiliation, but there's no relationship whatsoever. No. Well, let me first start by saying that in 2011, when we launched with a strategy. We looked at what the market was offering, and we realized that there was little value. There was very poor customer service. We felt that there was a lot that needed to be done in 2011. And we were the first band to actually offer premium drinks on the road for everyone. Before there were sections, you have the VIP section, but we felt, you know what? Everyone is VIP. And so we started that trend. We looked at the experience, the type of DJs we will have on the road. We decided, let's pull from Trinidad. So we had our Trinidad DJs coming up, pull from Jamaica, an international element we always had. So the vibe, and that's what Trinis that jump with us every year say, that the vibe of Fantasy on the road cannot be copied. So right now we are really the innovators. We set the trends and others follow, but it's a good thing because what it does is that the competition then makes people stand up and say, hey, we got to do something, we got to raise the bar, we got to do for our own band. So it helps the entire festival in that way. So we are proud to be part of that and to be proud of the persons that set the trends in Barbados, the experience, the level of customer service. We know with Carnival, with Crop Over, with costumes, there's always issues. Anybody that goes into a mass camp in the heart of it understands that there are issues, but at the end of the day, customers want their costume which they paid for. And so service is very, very much the pinnacle of what we do and really how we separate ourselves. That and the road experience. And this year, we have Hollywood star Columbus Short. And one of the reasons why, we reached out to him and a celebrity was we felt that it was time that we love Rihanna, and we are so proud of her, but she's Bajan. So who else can we bring to crop over? In Trinidad, you have a number of stars just coming in, and we felt that, we had to do something to raise their level of awareness of crop over. And no better way to do that than a celebrity who is here really for our charity event to promote and to raise awareness for the HIV food bank in Barbados. So it's a really nice mix. There's charity, there's a charitable element of what we do, but there's also the service element, and we're always trying to see how we can do better, how we can raise the bar, how we can, give value, especially now with things being so tight. People are watching the pennies, so we have to make sure that there's always value and customers at the forefront of what we do.
Angela, now we have to announce